Hey everybody, Max Scoville here. This is IGN at San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Actually, wait, no, I lied. We are not at Comic-Con 2023 proper. We are outside the convention center at this big, huge, awesome Bandai Namco Dragon Ball event. Why would they have it outside the convention center, you ask? Possibly because Dragon Ball is too big to fit inside the convention center. And when I say too big, I mean in that it's a very popular intellectual property. But also, look at the size of this guy. Get a load of this giant inflatable cell, Max. I hope there's someone here who can take him down. Oh, what about Orange Piccolo? He's over here. I love this. This is so cool. I'm like, with all due respect, you know, to normal, very large Comic-Con sized statues, giant inflatable ones are also super cool. Those are just a few of the super cool things on display here. Let's go take a look. Okay, so it's very normal at Comic-Con for there to be big, huge statues on display, but something I especially love about these ones is that if you look closely, they're actually action figures. They are giant replicas of the SH Figuarts Tamashii Nations action figures. Some of my favorite Dragon Ball toys ever made. We got Gamma 2 here. We've got the double-pointed elbow articulation. You got the toe articulation. I don't think that actually moves. It doesn't look like they're actually meant to move themselves, which would probably be just a feat of engineering, but it is still really, really cool to see them kind of at this scale. I really appreciate it. This is weird. I guess I never thought too hard about how tall Piccolo should be. I always thought I was maybe his height. I'm pretty tall, but he's real big there. Here's an old pal. This is Gohan. You might have heard of him. I might have been modeling how I style my hair like his for 20 years. I'm not gonna talk about that. Okay, so here is a very impressive diorama showcasing a whole bunch of the Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts toys. I'm really into Orange Piccolo. I really just love that they're like, here's a brand new, super powerful version of Piccolo. What do you call it? It's just Orange Piccolo. He's not, you know, the Namekians, they're not really known for being particularly flowery with words or imaginative. But let's get a look at sort of the backgrounds here. The dioramas that these are all definitely handmade. You've got, I think that's probably, you know, foam core carved up. You got some really impressive buildings here, which I especially like. Each section here is sort of showcasing a different Dragon Ball Super arc or movie. You got the Future Trunks arc. You've got Dragon Ball Super Broly. Honestly, like I've never been a completionist in terms of toy collecting. This line, even if I was, would be way too daunting to keep up with, especially when you get down to the convention exclusives, which, you know, they have not disappointed this year. There's some really cool ones. So let's get a look at these guys. All right, so here's the reason people are lined up around the block or the marina or whatever the hell this thing is. These are the SH Figuarts summer exclusives. These are special, sort of limited edition, special colorways of beloved Dragon Ball characters. The one that I think has a lot of people's attention is the Gohan Goku 2-pack that is the grand finale of the fight with Cell, where, you know, Gohan's all beat to crap. He's Super Saiyan 2, his arm is broken, and then his dead father shows up to help him finish his homework assignment, which is to, you know, protect Earth. Speaking of Saiyans, you've also got Majin Vegeta back here. In that iconic Buu Saga unitard. Really, there are a few people who can pull off spandex quite like Vegeta in that particular arc. Okay, so, you know, there's the running joke with Dragon Ball fans about how Yamcha is maybe not the greatest fighter in the whole galaxy or the universe, or maybe even the greatest fighter on Earth. Well, this new figure begs to differ. This is officially titled Yamcha, Earth's foremost fighter. And, you know, he's got his sort of Android Saga crew cut, and as you can see, he has an accessory that can be used with the also upcoming Android 20 to recreate the part where Android 20 just impales Yamcha with his hand. I think that's a very wonderful, very specific accessory you could include with a figure. He's even got it's got the Yamcha death expression where he's just like... Yet another collectible, kind of making fun of Yamcha for kind of sucking. Okay, so something I love about checking out toys at Comic-Con is sometimes you get to see things that aren't officially coming out, or they're not out yet, or they're prototypes, or something like that. These definitely seem to be the case here. They say display only. Maybe they'll come out, maybe they're prototypes, maybe they're just sort of, you know, conversation pieces, but basically you got Mecha Frieza with his badass new cybernetic parts ready to get chopped into smithereens and blown to pieces by Trunks, who's come back in time to give heart medication to Goku, and then of course King Cold, who's really the kind of most interesting piece here, who's enormous. This is, I think this is the biggest humanoid figure they've made in this line. It's Frieza's dad. He's very large, and that's interesting. Will that figure come out? I don't know. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. So Bandai is well known for making, you know, injection molded model kits that come molded in pre-colors. If you've ever built a Gundam model, basically same idea. They do that with Dragon Ball Z as well. There's the figurized standard Goku and Vegeta here. They got a bunch of these out there. I love that these exist. I'm kind of, for whatever reason, more of a fan of getting a pre-made Dragon Ball action figure, but I love the idea of building one too. You know, it's an activity and a collectible. And speaking of activities, they've got stations set up here for Comic-Con attendees to get their hands on a pair of sprue cutters and build their very own, you know, figurize Goku or Vegeta. I love model kits. I'm glad to see more of them out in the wild. Okay, so let's say you think that action figures are stupid because you can see the joints and the articulation. I don't know. I don't get that. Some people are like that. But luckily, there's no shortage of Dragon Ball collectibles. They also have a whole bunch of Banpresto stuff. There's the Ichiban Show figures. These are, you know, basically PVC statues, just, you know, plastic figurines. No joints, but they're recreating iconic poses. I really love how much attention to detail there is just in terms of, like, just nailing, you know, Toriyama artwork. Like, this is a very specific manga cover that should look familiar, you know, to people who know his work. I love the Ox King figure here. That is extremely cool. Just very big, very chunky. I'm into that. And then, of course, I wonder who that could possibly, who could possibly be under that mask? Who knows? So basically, TLDR, there is a lot of Dragon Ball stuff in the works, currently here, all around us. Inside Comic-Con, outside Comic-Con, you name it. And we've got tons more cool stuff coming up right here on IGN, live from San Diego Comic-Con 2023.